U.S. Surgeon General made an advisory declaring gun violence in America a public health crisis.
KCRG TV9's Jackson Valenti tells us what the Surgeon General's advisory means and how a local gun shop owner is reacting.
Firearm violence is a public health crisis. Our failure to address it is a moral crisis.
That simple message is a first ever from a sitting Surgeon General.
I wish him the best, but I think he's headed the wrong direction.
Ernie Traw owns Cedar Valley Outfitters in Marion. Traw agrees with the Surgeon General that there's a mental health crisis in America.
Mental health crises have skyrocketed through and since the pandemic, so that's a lot harder to solve.
What he does not agree on is how the mental health crisis relates to guns.
There's nothing simple about gun violence. There's nothing simple about human violence. That's the problem. People want to talk about gun violence. We have a violence issue, not a gun violence issue. Gun's a tool. We have a violence issue.
In his advisory, the Surgeon General outlined a couple of statistics, including that firearms have passed motor vehicles as the leading cause of death for kids ages 1 to 19, a stat that includes gun suicides. The advisory later included a couple steps the Surgeon General recommended to address gun violence, like firearm risk reduction strategies and improving access to mental health. The Surgeon General can't implement any of those steps, but he hopes the advisory turns gun violence into a health issue instead of a political one.
Many people I talk to around the country worry that this may be an intractable problem, that there's no way to solve it. That is not true. Thankfully, we have a series of steps we can take as a country to address it, and my hope is that this advisory will help increase the urgency of us doing so.
However, gun shop owners like Traw worry the Surgeon General's advisory will put more restrictions on gun owners.
And the law-abiding gun owner that doesn't hurt anybody with his guns and locks up his guns already, why should you face more restrictions or loopholes to own a firearm when you're not the problem?
In Marion, Jackson Valenti, KCRG TV9 News.